Keanu Reeves is a bit like a fine wine. He just seems to get better and better with age. And speaking of age, the guy's looked exactly the same for the last 20 years. What's going on? Anyway, from dim-witted rock and roll wannabe to all-out name-taking assassin, Reeves has had a seriously varied acting career. And although it's had its lows, it's most certainly had some spectacular highs. Welcome back to The Binger, guys, and in today's video, we're going to be ranking Keanu Reeves' most badass roles. So, grab your surfboards, keep it above 50 miles per hour, remain bogus, and prepare to decide whether you want to take the blue pill or the red pill. Kicking off our list is a movie that, let's be honest, isn't the greatest, but we're not featuring it based on the reviews. We think it deserves a place on this list purely because we get to see Reeves wield a sword as a samurai in a world occupied by witches and giants. As you might expect, Reeves went through extensive training in preparation for the film. How to move with a sword, how to hold a sword, how to look like he knew what he was doing with a sword, and some of the fight sequences are brilliant to watch. Reeves said that the action segments were a kind of blend of some of the biggest stunt work he'd previously done, from choreographed fights to wire work. Seriously, we'd say this is worth a watch just to see Reeves brandishing a katana like a boss. This may not offer the same shoot now, ask questions later appeal as some of his other movies, but Bill & Ted is a Reeves classic. And what's more badass than travelling through time to meet historical figures and complete the world's best history presentation for school? Reeves plays Ted Theodore Logan, part of the soon-to-be huge Wild Stallions rock band. But he has to prove himself in regular school if he is to stay out of military school. Reeves is completely goofy throughout, with long hair, bodacious dialogue, and a constant expression of pure amazement. And yet we can't help but love him. His performance shows us that no matter how ludicrous the writing and costume, you can still make a character legendary, and good at air guitar, apparently.
Excellent!
This is another Reeves movie that was divisive amongst movie fans. A reimagining of the 1951 movie by the same name, The Day the Earth Stood Still, sees Reeve play an alien who visits Earth to warn of an impending global crisis. Throughout the film, Reeves' Klaatu becomes more attuned to the human way of life, going from stone-faced outsider to classical music-loving normal person, sort of. Although by definition, an unemotional alien may not be all that exciting to watch on screen, it kind of suits Reeves' reserved style. Plus, we just can't bring ourselves to overlook a performance where Reeves plays an alien looking to save Earth. Sorry, we just can't do it. If you're into old school martial arts movies, a la Enter the Dragon, then you'll love Man of Tai Chi. Following the classic guy has to fight for survival in an underworld fight club routine, you know, the standard, Reeves doesn't actually feature that much, but it is his directorial debut. The star of the movie is played by Tiger Chen, but the overlord baddie is played by Reeves. The big boss of the death matches throughout, Reeves' character quietly pulls the strings. But we're gonna level with you. The main reason this movie is on this list is because of its final battle. Seemingly always avoiding a confrontation and sending others to do his dirty work, Reeves' baddie finally comes face to face with the protagonist, and the ensuing battle is glorious. Reeves plays the role of the unfeeling bad guy brilliantly, but he also proves that he's still got what it takes when it comes to stunt work. Also, what is it with Keanu fighting in all black? Constantine may not be the most well-rounded movie on this list, but there's no denying Keanu Reeves' badassery throughout. Reeves plays comic book character John Constantine, a chain-smoking occult detective who exercises demons for breakfast. He's dark, ruthless, agonizingly cynical, but ultimately a good person at heart. And everything from Reeves' scruffy hair to his mopey attitude makes it feel like he was born to play the demon detective. And of course, there's plenty of action to go with it, right from the start. Again, Constantine may not be Reeves' greatest performance, or even a great movie, that's up for debate, but there's just something about Keanu battling demons in a shirt and tie that we just love. If you like your serving of Keanu Reeves to have a mix of action and cheesy surfer dude, then look no further than Point Break. I mean, the guy plays an ex-quarterback FBI agent called Johnny Utah, who infiltrates a gang of surfers who he suspects are responsible for a string of masked bank robberies. Yes please, 1991's Point Break was instrumental in building Reeves' career and also moulding his reputation as a somewhat corny but awesome action star. The movie's got intense drama sequences between Reeves and Patrick Swayze, bank robberies, surfing, shootouts, surfing. Did we say surfing twice? In terms of 90s movies, it doesn't get any more 90s than this, and it's very much of its time. Probably one of the reasons the Point Break remake flopped so badly. That and the fact that it had a distinct lack of Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. Oh, and Gary Busey. And it's Reeves' relatable yet highly capable Utah that makes this movie and its craziness work. I mean, some of the things in this are just ridiculous. Like Swayze dressed as an ex-president robbing a bank. What's more awesome than that? I'll tell you what's more awesome than that. Keanu Reeves jumping out of a plane with a revolver without a parachute. Pop quiz. Hot shot. What's the greatest movie ever revolving around a bus journey? Why, Speed, of course. Although, that's not saying much. They just don't make tense, nail-biting action thrillers like Speed anymore. Released back in 1994, Speed follows SWAT officer Jack Traven as he tracks down an infamous bomber played by Dennis Hopper. And the centerpiece of this movie is a bus that's rigged to explode once it goes over and then subsequently drops under 50 miles per hour. Of course, Reeves' Traven gets himself aboard, and it's all go from there. Speed is littered with quotable dialogue and memorable white-knuckle moments, and Reeves sells every minute of it. Whether he's fighting on top of a train or riding underneath a bus, it's clear that this is a guy who'll do anything he needs to get the job done. And it's his determination throughout that keeps us hooked. Reeves grabbed this part with both hands and saw it as an opportunity to get more involved in the action side of cinema, following his experiences in 1991's Point Break. And we could totally see Jack Traven having a TV series or spin-off of movies, especially the way Reeves plays it. He's got that kind of John McClane vibe going on. Die Hard on a bus. Hell yeah. To many film fans, The Matrix is Keanu Reeves. It's the movie that made us realise that Reeves was a legit high-octane action star, and not just one who could chase down buses. In this ambitious sci-fi movie, Reeves plays Thomas Anderson, a computer programmer destined to be pulled out of his simulated reality, aka The Matrix, and save the human race. It's been shackled and used as an energy source by robots for years. So, in essence, it's a true working-class hero kind of movie. Going from desk jockey to saviour of the human race, Reeves transforms into the agent-defeating black combat-wearing Neo, who can dodge bullets, carry a ridiculous amount of guns at once, and add some real punch to the word whoa. Directed by the Wachowskis and highly stylised, The Matrix gave Reeves a platform to not only earn some action hero street cred, but also begin his hunger for martial arts. Apparently, after learning the carefully choreographed fight sequences from The Matrix, Reeves became hooked on it, and he even suffered for his craft, famously getting a spinal injury while training, and subsequently fighting to overcome it every day, even training out of hours. Watching Reeves spray bullets while cartwheeling into enemies is proof of his action star legitimacy, and there's no denying that he makes each punch, kick, and noise look good. And even his laid-back demeanour kinda lends itself to the Neo character, an average guy who has greatness thrust upon him. But The Matrix still isn't his most badass role. Oh no. That plaudit goes to... Many cinema-goers will have spotted a rather distinctive pattern in Reeves' career. Every now and then he seems to go on a run of lesser-known, less successful, and, let's be honest, less entertaining movies. But after a while, he'll remind us just how much we love him by blowing our minds with a film that is the complete opposite to all of the above. And more recently, that movie was John Wick. We really can't use enough superlatives to describe this one. It was a very close call between John Wick and The Matrix for today's top spot, but for us, it feels like John Wick is a culmination of everything cool in Reeves' career. It's almost like The Matrix represents the start of Reeves' badass journey, and John Wick is the glorious long-awaited climax. And to be honest, we could have chosen any of the John Wick movies today, but the first addition to the series is the one that made us sit up and pay attention. In John Wick, Reeves plays the eponymous hitman who, after some lengthy service, wins his retirement after completing a so-called impossible assignment. He retires, marries, and happily ever after. Well, actually no, not quite. After his wife dies and some Russian gangsters come to his home to knock him out, steal his car and kill his dog, he immediately comes out of retirement for revenge. Then we get an hour and a half of Reeves' Wick mowing down gangsters left, right and centre. Not only is each methodical, elegantly choreographed action sequence intoxicating to watch, but it's really Reeves doing it all. Reeves did extensive preparation for the movie, with 4 months of solid gun, martial arts and driving training. We're talking 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And it's the authenticity of every takedown, knife attack, headshot and drift that makes the movie so engaging. In terms of action movies, we don't know if there is anything more engrossing than watching an actor do their own stunts and look so terrifyingly convincing while doing it. They should have just called the movie Keanu Reeves. Seriously, the guy is a machine.
Whoa.
So, which Keanu Reeves performance blew you away? Did we miss any badass roles out? Be sure to let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Binger YouTube channel for more awesome videos like this. See you next time.